Two more minutes and then we can start. Ready your notes and your pens, paper. Okay. We're gonna start. I'm sending the link in the community right now. And we're gonna start. Okay, let's grab all of this. Okay, copy this. Okay. Allez, we start now. So, hello everyone. Yeah, they go on YouTube channel, on the YouTube channel where that's where I will host all my records. And yeah, I was before I was doing the saves of the records on Google Drive, but when people ask me, like 10 people, 9 people ask me the same link and then have to copy everywhere, so I started putting on YouTube. So everyone here who's new for the first time, you can just after this you can go check the other calls that we had before. You can see them on YouTube. The YouTube channel, I think I'll send the link, but no problem. You can just look at the YouTube channel. I will send the link. I'm looking for the link right now so I can give you, so we can move on and stop talking about this. The channel. Copy. How do you copy that? Yeah, here. I got it. Now you can see in the charts right now I'm sending the link of the YouTube channel where I will post all the calls that we did before, and this one too. So now we're gonna start. Thank you again everyone for being part of the call. It's Sunday. I know maybe some of you just came from church and some others maybe preparing to sleep. I don't know what time zone you're in, but for me it's a little bit late. But let's do this call and then start the week with good energy. Okay guys, one thing I want to say is we have launched the French group of the French community. So I will start making live session in French for a few weeks, and then maybe we will come back to our schedule later. But I will start giving calls in French to help them start, and then when they get involved with the community and the novice accounts, and they know how to use everything, then I will start switching one day in French, one day in English, and then the market analysis and the signals we can all understand, because it will be sent in the trade ideas. So I think everyone understand that. And next week I will have French calls. We are not gonna do the same schedule that we do usually, but no problem. I'm still there. Any question, anything. And if sometime I feel like you guys have question, I can create a video in English and post it on YouTube, and then I would tell you to go watch it there. Okay guys, so really thank you everyone again. I'm very grateful, because the French community wouldn't be possible if I did not have this support that you are giving me, and your presence in the calls means a lot to me. but we're going to continue together as we started, and yeah, the journey continues. With the Buzz family is growing, and we are going to have more uh, good surprises coming from all over the world. So let's start this call now. I think the information has been understood and everyone get what I mean. Okay, guys. Now let's go on these charts. Okay, so this is USD, GBP USD, but okay, we're gonna do like we usually do, but this time we're gonna go quick. Why? Because I know we all know how I do the analysis, so I'm not gonna explain too much. I will do the analysis. Okay. Here we have gold. Let's start with this one. We have gold. If you go on the weekly time frame, what day are we? Weekly. This is the last week of September. If you go on the monthly first, on the monthly you have a bullish candle. All September was bullish. Weeks were also bullish. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now is the last week. How do you think the week will close? Because we are all-time high on gold. I think price will continue, but you know, when markets create a candle, we have a low, a high, and then some time to close like this. So the last week of gold, I don't know what price we do, but you can see how we are still bullish above this 50 EMA, and we can see how price is continuing higher and higher and higher. But this was a long expansion, so I think price will continue a little more, but then come back for a retracement and close there. But this will be 1 week, so we need to watch out how price will play out. You know the principle. After 1 week that's closed bullish like this, after a breakout like this, okay, you have another close that's supposed to happen, and when price up open here, it can come and take this here, and it happened 5 times. 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, and 5 times here we reached the highest point. So when we open this week, what do you think we should target? We target these highs here. This is the price we should target, the highest point of the previous week. Okay, and this will give us a direction. When we go on the daily, we see how price came back, created equal lows here, but reversed. This reversal caused an engulfment. We had price continue and engulf this other candle here. Now we have a sweep and an engulfment. If the daily candle did this, so I think we should go target this. Look, these are daily candles. What do you think we should expect? Maybe 1 or 2 days going in, and then after that we can reverse Wednesday and then come close the week like this. This is what I think, but price could also continue after the breakout. But the thing that I know is price have to reach this level. Okay, but we have equal lows here. This is liquidity. So price have 2 scenarios. The first one is to go up and continue like this. Okay, second scenario is to come down, okay, sweep and then continue. But what we need to target is this high here. What price does after this, we don't care. We will come and look later. But the main thing, the main move we target is this. That's how you should come into the market. You should not target all the moves. Just come for one move. You target this and that's good. That's the move that we look for. Okay? That's the move that we're looking for. We want price to reach this level here. And if price reach this level without giving us an opportunity, then we look on how the candle formed after this sweep. or if it was like this, then we can know what to do later, okay? But for now, we expect to see one of these two scenarios unfold. Because on the H4, when I come on the H4 here, do I have a change in the state of delivery? Yeah. How do you know that? Look, I can show you here. Let me show you here. We have a line chart. What do you have on line chart? We have a break of structure. What happened before this low formed? A sweep. Okay, but what? We respected this level of structure, breaking this level here. So I have two theses. Now let's go back on the candle. Not this one, but this one here. Okay, when you go here, what do you have? First of all, price rejected from this demand zone. After rejecting from this demand zone, did we break the structure? Yes. What did we do before? We swept liquidity. So now we have kind of a strong low, because if this is a strong low, price will never come back here. But I have my doubts. Why? These lows are equal. So there is liquidity staying here and here. There's liquidity staying there. So price will come to look for this liquidity later. I don't know if it will be on Monday and Tuesday or later after sweeping these highs. I don't know, but I know this. After price sweep here, I will target up here. But if price doesn't sweep here and then sweep here first, then I will target this. You see how I will frame my week? My week will be very clear and no confusion. I know this could be a trap because after this push, price may not break this level. And if price does not break this level and return inside, it means what? This was a trap. How do you know it's a trap? When it doesn't break the other level. Remember, after a sweep, we need to see price break a level. If it doesn't, price will come to look for that level later. We saw that many times. Even here, you see this sweep, price broke structure, never came back. But if you go before this trend and look on how some highs and low failed, because this sweep here created this low. Now, after this break of structure, we know this is a strong low. That's why price never came back down here. Okay, we need to see a break after a sweep to confirm that as a strong low for a short period of time, but a strong one. You can see sometime price push and then return, doesn't break structure, price will come and get it. You see here, price swept here. We only broke inside. Even inside, it played out good. But on the higher time frame here, we did not break it. It has to hesitate first. And after that hesitation, price came and took it out. You see here. So now, what does that mean? We need to see here on our time frame. This is the H4. When you go on the daily time frame, what do you have? You have a bearish candle closing at the same level as a bullish one. So this is like a formation of liquidity, equal lows here, and it's also the lowest point of the previous week. You can see that is also the lowest point of the previous week. So if price comes here inside and come back to take out this low, it could use 1 or 2 days before going up. But if price doesn't care and then continue higher, because we need to close this week, this month is the last week of September. So on H4, we will see this break of structure confirm. We can see this low hold as a good support, and then price can continue higher. But after breaking here, we already know price is bullish. But after breaking here, then we will confirm that guy here. Okay, so we can target this high. Nevertheless, because I know price will always reach here. So what do we have to do? We have to wait. We need to wait for price to open. This is on gold, right? When price opens here, we have this previous day closing bullish. We will expect price to come inside and then give us this move. That's what we expect to see here. Because why? When I go on H1, it's even clearer. I have a sweep here. Now, this level has been broken, okay? But this sweep never broke structure. So it stopped somewhere here and then consolidate and then swept again. So there are chances that this was not a strong low, like I told you before. You see that? You see here, look at here. This one here created equal highs, pushed price, never break up, then came back. What price did? Price took it out. When price took this out, we create another sweep. Did we have a break of structure? No. Price came back before going up. So here, there's a respect of this level, but that's going to be taken out. So we need to observe what Monday will do. But as we know, market will open here around, this is Sunday. Okay, let me just grab Sunday here. You see that red line? This is where we will mark our opening. If price opens here and goes down, it will be to take out this low. And if price goes up, we know it can be a move to go take out the high here. One thing that I do most of the time is I will also look quickly at the news to understand if Monday can have some action. And if I don't see any news, then I'll just wait and put my alerts on every level. But this is a range, is not confirmed yet. We know this is a low because it broke structure, but we need to see when price return inside, breaking a level, then we can confirm this to be a high and this to be a low. At that point, we will just pull this and we wait for price to come back into the 50%. And if we see a reversal, maybe price will continue directly, okay? But until I see that, I don't trust it. I will wait and see how gold will play out on Monday. Okay. Now let's go on Euro USD and GBP USD. Let's remove all my drawings. Look at this. We had a good end of the week. Price created a turn on Tuesday, okay? You see Tuesday here, Wednesday swept liquidity, then created a change in the state of delivery. You see how easy it is? And when Wednesday close, what do you expect? We expect up and then down. What did price do? After Wednesday here, price came up and then down. What did price do? According to the Asia session, swept liquidity, fell into this supply zone, and what price did, you can go on. That was the trade you just saw. I took it. But if you see here, price came, swept liquidity on M5. After the break, you have already had this demand zone, but this is not enough. If you go on this zone here, you had a sweep, and after the last upgoing candle that took liquidity, we closed bearish. After this bearish move, this was the entry. You could enter from the breaker, or you could enter for a level. I entered from the H4 key zone. Let me show you here. So there's no mystery, not hiding anything. I entered from this key level here, because when you see on the line chart, you know it's a key level, okay? And when I enter there, I took a trade, put my stop loss here, It was a 10 pip, I think. Yeah, exactly. 10 pip stop loss. And when you count on M15, I reached my target in less than 2 hours. So this is how you take trades. You see how the higher time frame play out, reverse on the higher time frame, okay? You close bearish. Then you wait for the next candle to go bearish, and that's where you take your trade. And that's what happened here. So now, what do we see on Euro USD for this week? Okay, we need to go on the weekly time frame. Let me clean this up, and let's go on the weekly time frame. When you go on the weekly time frame, what do you see on the weekly time frame? You see a rejection, right? You see a rejection, big rejection, and here you have price action on the left hand side. If you see that, you can understand that this was a consolidation. We did this last week, and price swept here, went to conquer the higher prices. But also you can see on the weekly time frame, we broke structure. This is the valid break of structure, the last one. So we have this high here and we have this low. Price came inside, played around, consolidated here, and couldn't continue lower, created liquidity that got swept, and then price is continuing toward these highs here. That's what I think price should do. But what we see on the weekly time frame doesn't support that idea. Why? Because price is going up, but look at how the candles are becoming very small. Price is compressing. Wicks are very long, body are very small. So the intention to go higher has reduced. You see, every time you see a big move, then the size are becoming smaller. We are about to turn around. So here, what I should be careful about is to look on the monthly time frame and see where we are. Okay, now what do you see here? High, low, high. This was a range inside, low. After this, price came down here. What do you notice? We created a break of structure and we are inside of a sell zone now. So maybe price have the right to turn around because of this last down move candles. We could expect to see a bearish move on the monthly time frame. I already see how October will be bearish on Euro USD. This is the monthly. Last week we rejected very strongly after a sweep here. What do you expect October will do? So last week of September, let's now see what we have here. Could be a bearish move just to close the mouth. Okay, and on the daily time frame we see that when price started to reverse, but we still have a level to target. These lows here is the lowest point before we break this higher. So the last series of upgoing candles started here. This is a major key level. If I go on the line chart like this, I would mark this as a daily support zone. Okay, when I have this as a daily support zone, I know as soon as price will come back here, we will have a reaction. So this could be a target because we are going down, right? And this is where we should think about getting out, because if price reverse here, it can continue up. Okay, but what I'm seeing also is we are very far from this 50 EMA. I don't use moving averages, but sometimes they make sense just to show you the trend, because we are in the trending market right now. And you see how price has been moving above this. So I think it's time price come back like it did here, and then we can continue higher. But for now, I will only care about this because that could be the last week. Now, if I go now on H4 and try to see what we have, we already have the reversal. So if, remember, if a candle closed bearish, okay, and opens the same level without a gap, what do we expect? Price create a high and target these lows, come and close here. That's what price did. Closed bearish again. Okay, price closed bearish again. What do we expect? Price will come and drop lower. But now price closed bearish again. Seems like it's a retracement. But if it is, then price could probably target this blue line here before we continue higher. So my guess is, if I mark my vertical line around here, let me just check the 1 hour. If we go here around here, okay. When we reach here, when the day start and then Monday open, when Monday price action opens, I will wait to see price do this and this. Also, I have another thing that's giving me confidence into that. We left so much liquidity here on this drop. So many sellers were triggered on a higher time frame, and also we broke the lowest point of the previous day. So Friday was the closing range of the week. Let me show you the closing range of the week. This was the closing range of the week. This is the highest point of Friday, and this is the lowest point of Friday. What do you think price will do now? If we say that this is a break of structure, this is a high and this is a low, price would probably come back inside. But what do we have above this? Do you think this is a strong high? I don't think so. Why? Remember, equal highs. You see that? These equal highs will get swept. So that's why I think price will, first of all, come up, reach this fair value gap, because there's a very, very strong resistance here. We have an inverted fair value gap, we have a fair value gap, we have a breaker, and we will also have the resistance of these 3 down candles. So price after this sweep, I don't think will come back here. So we know now from this fair value gap, price is probably targeting this. So I'm gonna mark this as liquidity. This is liquidity here. Price will target it before we drop lower. So we have ourselves a target. This could be our target here. Price will come like this and drop here. When, I don't know, but this is what I want to see. So when I see this sweep, now I will be ready to sell. And if Euro USD correlates with gold, it means gold will do the same thing. Remember, we will see what price will do here according to the dollar and what we will have for the week. Now, after this, what I want to see now is GBP USD, but it will be the same thing. So we have the same idea on GBP USD, and you can see how price broke on 1 hour. Same thing. We had a sweep here, price came back. The trade that you saw me take on Friday and Thursday was on Thursday, most of Thursday. Friday did not take any trade, but here you see how price went down. Okay, but on daily time frame, I need to show you this. You can see how we are inside of a range that broke earlier after the sweep. So this could be a strong low. We also have the moving average supporting price. So here I'm trying to see if price is going to continue lower, but if it's not, we are already in the discount area. So price could go a little bit more low and then shoot higher. Okay, you see how every idea we have is supporting price to continue higher, but after going lower. Okay, when you use that and you try to split your screen in two and take your Euro USD on this side, and here you take your GBP USD, and then you go on, let's go on the H30. I'm trying to show you something here. I want you to see the price action on 1 hour, and here too, 1 hour. What is this pink line that we have here? Oh, okay. No problem. It's okay. So here you have, look, you have this. What is this low? You see the low here? Let me mark it here and then mark it here. You see, same low here. What did price do on Euro USD? Euro USD, we did not break it yet. But look at GBP USD, we broke it already. So there's a divergence. That's why I said maybe GBP will go slow on Monday and Tuesday and then shoot later. But Euro USD will probably be very quick and then do this. Okay, so the divergence here will help us understand the timing, which one of the pair is waiting for the other so they can continue the trend together. You see that? And yeah, that's probably it. I need to show you real quick, not the indices, but let's see on GBP USD. Let's see USD JPY. Okay, now USD JPY, let's go on the weekly time frame. What do we have? See how choppy it is, weeks and weeks and weeks. Price lost momentum. We are reducing and compressing, but we have seen a sweep now, and price all these weeks were equals. Now price has swept liquidity and closed bullish, but I still have this resistance here. I don't know if price will continue higher or stay into this consolidation on USD JPY. But when you go on the daily time frame, what do you see on the daily time frame? You see that after this sweep that I talked about, price closed bearish, and maybe it will continue to get this guys here. Why? Because the highs, okay, has not been tested yet. If you go on the line chart, the one that's been tested is this one. This one is still free, but this one is broken. So we kind of have a direction here. And if the dollar is going bullish with USD JPY, means the other pairs will drop, like we said. Okay, you see, so we are trying to find out on Monday, but I think price will give us something very easy on USD JPY, and we could catch a big bullish move, because there's reversal on every time frame and on every level. Price has been breaking levels. On H1, you can see it here, it's clear. You see that? You see that sweep? Price break structure now here, came back inside, respected the 50%, and from that 50% now we need to see a sweep and then a continuation higher. That's what we want to see here. Toward these levels, create another equal high and stay inside of the range. Good. So that's it, guys. I will try to check the EJ real quick. No, EA. Not EJ, but EA. Oh, this one of the past. Okay, now let's go. We have this weekly time frame here. What did price do? Close bullish. We are above this moving average, but we're still very far from the line. So maybe price after this sweep is trying to reach here. Okay. Why should price turn around here? Maybe this. Is this a strong high? Let's go see. Is this a strong low? Let's go check that. We broke structure, respected once, never broke this level, never broke this. Yeah, this one is a weak low. That's why price took it out. So this is a liquidity sweep here. Is it a strong low, strong zone here? This is a very, no volume here, but big volume here. So this could be a strong low. So I guess price will continue higher until we reach this level, and then we can do this. Okay, now that I have this overall narrative, I need to go check now. Let's go on the daily. Okay, weekly will give us the previous high and previous weekly low. And before that, price was just to notice above and below. So this is an inside week. When you go on the daily time frame, everything happened inside. You see, we never broke any weekly high or any weekly low. This week we stayed inside here. But the main trend after this break is bearish. So I think we need to go reach for this fair value gap, because this is a strong high and it broke structure once here, and from this consolidation we also broke the low here. So price is in a range, but we have a higher time frame bearish move, but we are doing a retracement. That's the narrative. So I want to see price continue higher until we reach this fair value gap, and then from there we can turn around. That's what I want to see on the Euro AUD. But we will see together. I will keep sending the signals. Like I told you guys, this video I will put it on YouTube, and the days in the week now I will be doing on Tuesday and Thursday, I will be doing French calls for the French new members to help them get along with everything and to set everything for them. And then after maybe I think next month I will start back what we are doing, the schedules of the English calls and analysis together. And yeah, that's it. So thank you everyone for your presence. Thank you for everything. I will keep sending the signals, but I will also start sending my analysis just as posts in the community, not as signals, but just to show you guys what I think where the price could go. Okay, thank you again. Thank you everyone. If you have any question, don't hesitate to text me directly from the app. I will respond and give you answers. And if I have one question that repeats, I will make a video and put it on my YouTube channel. Okay, guys, thank you again. Thank you, Jalesa. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you, Fernando. Thank you, Clovis. Thank you, Joanne. Everyone here. God bless you all, guys. Bye-bye. We stay in touch. We text in the DMs if you want, but we'll meet in the next call. Okay? Bye-bye.